Hey guys, all right, welcome back. This is the second part of working with parabolas. What we're going to do today is write equations for parabolas. So last time what we practiced was if I gave you the equation, you would give me the parabola, right? I give you the equation and you would graph a parabola. Today, basically what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a parabola and you're going to give me the equation, okay? Or in other words, you're going to be able to write, so in other words, we're going to be writing quadratic functions, okay? So basically the equations that you see that give you parabolas, those are called quadratic functions, okay? And again, it's going to look like this, right? It's going to look like, something like f of x equals, right, a times x minus h squared plus k, okay? And just a reminder, the vertex is always h comma k, and the one-time slope, just a reminder, the one-time slope is always going to be your a, okay? Or the a over 1, really. Okay, whatever number you have there over 1. Okay? All right, so let's get warmed up first, okay? Let's get warmed up, okay? Let's try this example. All right, if f of x equals x squared, by the way, that's a quadratic function. Okay, this is a quadratic function because it's x squared. Whenever you see x squared, that means it's quadratic. Okay, just like whenever you saw those two lines, the bars, that meant absolute value. Okay, this x squared means you're going to have it's a quadratic. Okay, so if f of x equals x squared and g of x equals negative 3 times x plus 1 squared minus 5, we want to describe the transformation, okay? All right, now basically you've done this before. This is the parent function, okay? And this parent function is always, it starts off right there in the middle of our graph on 0, 0, okay? And what happens is it gets transformed into this, okay? So basically don't really look at this too much. You really want to focus on this, okay? Just to make it easy, okay, just look at this and tell me what that negative 3 does, okay? All right, well, first of all, what does the negative do? Do you remember from absolute value? The negative, what does it do? It flips it or reflects it. So the negative, okay, so there's a few things here, okay? The negative, okay, reflects, or reflection, reflection, or in other words, flip, okay, right? Reflection over the x-axis, okay? That's the negative sign that does that, okay? The second thing is this 3 is going to stretch our graph. Remember that from absolute value? If it was a fraction, like 2/3, that would shrink our graph, right? But since it's a 3, it's going to stretch our graph by a factor of 3, okay? And then we have the shift, okay? One space, which direction, okay? So shift, since it's plus 1 there, we're going to shift which direction? Good. Left, one space. And then this guy right here, we're going to shift, since it's negative 5, which direction? That's right, down 5 spaces. Okay, so that's the transformation. Let's do it again. There's 4 things. The negative makes it flip, okay? The 3 makes it stretch. The +1 makes it shift left once. And the -5 makes it shift down 5. Okay? All right, and you're going to see that on your homework. All right. Let's do another one. Let's do this example. Write the equation of g of x. Write the equation of g of x. Okay, that just means write an equation. If f of x is transformed by reflecting over the x-axis, okay, stretching vertically by a factor of 7, and translating it translating it, which just means shifting, okay? Shifting, right? And translating it right 2 and down 5. Okay? Oh, sorry, that was off the off the camera. Sorry about that. I hope you were able to get most of that. Okay? All right, so here we go. Remember, our equation, g of x, that's the same thing as y, okay? So it's y equals, and it's a, parentheses, x minus h squared plus k. All right, it's all going to fit there. All right? All right, so let's read it. The first part, it says that it's going to be reflected, right? Reflecting over the x-axis. So automatically, what does that tell me about the graph, okay? Or about the equation. It means that it's going to be y equals, since it's reflected, we need to make sure that it's negative in front, okay? All right, then it says it's going to stretch vertically by a factor of 7. So what do you think goes right there? That's right, it's a 7, okay? And then we just put this squared, so x. And then it says it translates or shifts 2 places to the right, okay? So if I go 2 places to the right, that's a positive 2. What am I going to put in here? That's right, it's going to be a negative 2, okay? And then it says down 5. So what am I going to put right here for my k? That's right, down 5, negative 5, okay? All right. There's that. All right, now let's practice writing some equations as promised. Okay, so I'll let you guys copy this first one here. All right, we're going to write the equation for the quadratic function. Okay. All right, and here we go. It's going to be y equals, right? Y equals, all right? Remember, it's always a, parentheses, x minus h squared plus k, right? Okay, so y equals, all right, what do you notice about my graph? Isn't it opening downward? Okay, my graph is opening downward, right? So automatically, what does my a have to be? Is my a going to be positive? Does that make sense? No, it's opening down, so my a has to be negative. It's opening down, okay? Now let's figure out how much it has stretched, okay? Well, look, start here at the vertex, and to go from this dot to this dot, you have to go down 2 over 1. So it's stretched by a factor of 2 over 1. And since it's down 2 over 1, look, it's negative 2 over 1. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now let's do the rest of it. X, okay? And then remember, here's my vertex. If it was at the start, or at the origin, it would be right here. How did I go from here to here? What did I have to do to shift it? In the horizontal direction, I had to shift it right 2 places and up 3 places, right? I had to shift it right 2 and up 3. So if I went to the right 2, what has to go in here? That's right, it's not positive 2, it's negative 2. It's always h opposite. So put a negative 2, okay, squared. And then I had to go up 3, right? Up 3. So what do I put here? That's right, plus 3. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Shag it out. Okay, go ahead and copy that graph down. All right, here we go. We have y equals, remember it's a x minus h squared plus k. All right, notice my graph. It's opening upward, right? So what should my a be? Positive or negative? All right, it's opening upward, so it's not reflected down. It's opening up, so it's going to be positive. So y equals, it's going to be positive. So you don't need to write a plus, okay? So it's positive. The main thing is you don't write a negative, okay? And then let's figure out what the stretch is. Well, it went up 1 over 1 to get from this dot to this dot. Start at the vertex, you go up 1 over 1. So that's just up 1 over 1, which is just 1, right? Okay. All right, so there, I got my A. Now put X, okay? And let's figure out what the H is. Let's see what it did to get to this vertex, right? I start here in the center, and what did I do? I go left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 to the left and down 1, okay? 5 to the left and down 1. So if I went 5 to the left, okay, that's going 5 in the negative direction. What do I have to put right here? Okay, I have to put a positive 5. Okay, because it's always h opposite, right? And then I had to go down 1, right? So what am I going to put here? That's right, negative 1. Just out of curiosity, watch this. What's the vertex for this point? Isn't this point negative 5, comma negative 1, negative 5, comma negative 1? So my h is negative 5. Remember, h opposite. What do I put here? Positive 5. What's k? Negative 1. Keep it the same. Negative 1, okay? All right, guys. Hopefully that was helpful. If you need anything else, you know where to find me. Talk to you soon. Peace.